When we have local campsite, we try to go to as many as we can, but that's Jersey prices. We can get pools and kayaks and everything else for less than that. So even for something like this, you're going to get a higher cost than you would elsewhere.
I can't even see how this place would survive. I don't know.
Hey guys, this campground by far is one of the worst we've ever stayed at.
And we should have known better, but we're gonna add it to our top 3 list, but not really for good reasons. We want to remind you guys, and we're going to be saying this in every video, and we did a full video talking about it, we'll link it above. We've had quite a lot of subscribers and viewers email us, message us, tell us that we have been unsubscribed to your channel and we never did it. If you want to be subscribed, make sure that you are subscribed, notification bells on, because YouTube has a tendency of just unsubscribing people unknowingly.
So where are we? We are at Jugtown Mountain Campsites in Asbury, New Jersey, not to be confused with Asbury Park. It's completely in a different part of the state. Asbury, New Jersey is in Warren County, New Jersey, and there's some very nice areas in Warren County, but this part isn't really one of them, and we're going to get into a lot of reasons why. Now, a lot of you may say, well, wait, why did you go there? Didn't you read the reviews? Here's the thing. When we have local campsites, guys, we try to go to as many as we can, so we have close places to go for a quick weekend. So we always give them the benefit of the doubt. There were some bad reviews, which we'll get to, but there were a lot of good reviews too. So that's why we gave it a try, but I don't think we'll be back.
So we're going to go through our perfect campground criteria. The first one's going to be the location. Now for us, this is only about 60 miles from our home, so this was an hour to get here. Pretty easy, like we can't beat that, and that's one of the positive things about it. Also, it's a mile and a half off of I-78, just east of the Pennsylvania state border. Very convenient if you're coming through the area on 78 and you want to stop overnight. You need hookups, it's convenient for that. Right.
The next thing is site sizes and getting in and out. Now, getting into the place was very easy. It's a wide open area. And then finding the campsite was no problem. It's a decent size campground. Getting in was easy. There's not a ton of people here. What we're finding is a lot of seasonal people. This is one of the few campgrounds that's open all year in New Jersey. Not a lot of them are. I know some southern Jersey, but up here, there's not a lot. You have a lot of that. So the people that are here are just kind of, I think hanging around for most of the time.
Now let's get into the Wi-Fi, internet service, cell signal. There's no Wi-Fi offered by the campground. As far as Starlink right now would be okay because everything is bare. I don't know in season, all this will be bloomed. It could be an issue. We have AT&T where we're getting about 40 down. Upload was terrible, about 1, but that kind of fluctuates because last night it was a little better. Don't know how Verizon and T-Mobile are, but there is a tower literally right like across the road. I don't think it's an AT&T tower because we're only on 2 bars. So I'm imagining it's either going to be Verizon or T-Mobile that's on there. Next must have are level sites. The sites are pretty level. They're kind of gravel / mud sites, a little more gravel. I was off about 3 inches, so there's no big deal. They're wide and there's plenty of room.
Right. And the next one is allow pets. A lot of you travel with your dogs. So this was a very interesting thing. Yes, they do allow pets, all different sorts, shapes, sizes, and behavioral tendencies, as we got charged by an aggressive dog last night, which we're not going to go into in this review, but we highly recommend we tell the story in the video that we're going to link up above, which just came out a couple days ago. Doesn't seem that leash laws here or leash rules are really enforced or followed, so go check that out.
Yeah. Very interesting. When you're dealing with a muddy campground like this, one of the great things we have in our RV is our RV snap pads, who is the official sponsor of this video. We've had our snap pads for over 5 years. The same original pair on our motorhome, and it's still going.
Right, before we even had a channel, we've been using these. Some awesome perks about RV snap pads. They're permanent, so you have permanent jack pads installed at all times, which is great. It's going to give you increased stability for each of your landing feet, added protection for your jack feet from any type of bending or damage. It's going to reduce slipping or sinkage on soft surfaces like we are here. Like tomorrow, it's going to rain. These snap pads are going to help us a lot from sinking, and it can give you protection from indirect lightning strikes.
It's also going to give you a couple of extra inches, so you might not have to use blocks. We haven't had to use blocks in a really long time. Listen, if you're really off level, you're going to have to use blocks, but that's really a campsite issue. Also, they're made in USA from 100% recycled materials. They always give discounts to first responders as well as military. However, if you don't fall into one of those categories, you can use the discount code
Endless10.
Get 10% off of your purchase. Guys, we've had so many of our subscribers and viewers purchase RV snap pads, telling us how much they love them. Same pair we have over 5 years. We're going to put all their information down below. Let's move on to the like to have, not essential, but we like to have it. Full hookups, space. So no full hookups here. There's only water and electric, and I believe it's only 30 amp. That's all we have. And there's one dump station that as of right now is not working because it's still cold out. So the other ones are good all year, but no dump station. Space, like I said a little bit earlier, there's plenty of space here. Now, it's not like a state campground, which we'll talk a little bit about more later, but there's enough space to get in and out.
Next like to haves are not a lot of overhang. Right now there's not, as Izzy had mentioned earlier, there's a lot of trees, but nothing has bloomed yet because it's only March, so it's not too bad at all. We're not going to really have to clean much off the roof. The next thing a lot of people like to have is a dog park. This does not have a dog park, although somebody, as we mentioned earlier last night, used the campground as their personal dog park, but there is no specified dog park, but there is a lot of room. There's a lot of trails and places we're able to walk. Sierra and Bowser all over the place. All right, so our little bit of our Jersey sarcasm is going to come out now. So we always talk about bonuses, things to do. So number one, you have a bunch of rusty old playground equipment. You got your seesaw, your little thing that used to climb. These are all, it's bringing back.
Nothing wrong with that, but
bringing back memories. No, they look like
really
they're ready
to
literally like tip over. Then also when it rains, you can go swimming in the fields here. You could just dive right into the pools that are created from the lack of drainage. What else do you have?
You have propane fill up. You also have the dump station I mentioned earlier, although it's not open now. You have a pool. You have a lot of mud and sticks that are down, so if you need some kindling, you can get, there's plenty of kindling around for sure. But there's also a bathroom, well, 2 bathrooms with showers.
Okay.
There's some other bathrooms around the campsite that are locked right now. I assume in season they will be open.
They also have a store that's the most interesting store I've ever seen, but you walk in and it's a tiny store, but they have like 40 deer heads hanging right in a very small area. They have pictures all over, and then the store is like, they have some camp stuff, but there's a lot of like truck supplies and truck equipment, which makes sense with what we're going to talk about also. It's a very interesting vibe.
Definitely interesting. So it's weird. It's like somebody's store / storage / trailer sales / their yard, because I was out there this morning. There's this deer stand, so obviously somebody does hunting here, which is probably why you have all the deer heads. Yeah. It's just a weird vibe. It's like a little bit of something, but not really anything. It doesn't do anything good.
It's a good way
right?
to
It's just strange. So let's talk about some deal breakers, breed restrictions, none that we know of. There are no breed restrictions here.
Next thing is bad reviews. Now, I had mentioned much earlier in the video that there were some bad reviews, and some of you may be thinking, well, why did you go? We're way more lenient on this one when it's a local campground. When we are traveling further, it's got to be like 4 something and higher.
This is a 3.8, right?
Yeah, so but there were good reviews, but again, it was close to home. I like being able to see, oh, can we get away for a weekend? At this point though, guys, we were just talking, we don't need to do these local ones anymore because we've got, what are we at, 16 and a half months or something like that?
Yeah.
And then we're done, we're out. So we don't even need to kind of take these little risks for the local campgrounds anymore because we're not going to need them.
One more deal breaker, safety of the campground. It's kind of off of 78. There's a front gate, but the gate's always open. Everybody here seems to be just kind of doing their thing.
There's
like
not a lot of people here.
No, like MJ said earlier, it seems to be a lot of people that live here, extended time. Again, makes sense if you're from New Jersey. This is one of the few that are open all year, so that would make sense. Regarding landscaping, we're off season, so there's really no grass growing, but you can tell this place is not very well maintained, at least during this time. There's a lot of branches down, mud tracks everywhere. You can tell things have not been maintained very well. Now, that very well may change during the season. Maybe they have more staff, maybe they clean up a little bit more, but right now it's not looking really good. Figure we'd change it up with a nice commercial background. So the next deal breakers are going to be nasty campers, nasty workers. We haven't really had interaction with the campers because they kind of go in their car, leave,
everybody
and
keeps
it's
to
kind of
themselves.
cold out still. So
Yeah.
I don't know how this. We don't know how this is in the summer.
Right.
We can't really comment on that, but you can comment on the workers.
Yeah, the workers, I had a couple times on the phone, and I've met 2 or 3 people in the office. They were all very nice. You know, nothing like in the South. but they were fine. They were helpful, and you know.
Regarding discounts, there were no discounts, which brings us into the price, which is, I guess, good and bad. I don't know.
I don't think so. When you see what you're getting, we are here for 3 nights and we paid $150. So it's $50 a night, which I said to Izzy, we can get a Pennsylvania State Park with pools and kayaks and everything else for less than that. So, but that's Jersey prices. So even for something like this, you're going to get a higher cost than you would elsewhere.
What I think helps this place is that it's open all year, because only a couple of minutes down the road there's other campgrounds, and then if you go into PA it's way more, and I can't even see how this place would survive. I don't know, maybe that's why they sell truck parts on the side.
Maybe. So in doing more research, we came to find out that they also have something called Camp Out Incorporated, which is a truck supply store. So you can see behind us, you see all these truck supplies, and in the store too they do have camping equipment, but it's a lot of truck supplies. So if you're a trucker, you need to stop by, this is the place for you.
So in the comments below, let us know, what do you think of this place? Are we way off or are we spot on? Have you been here? I don't know, do you want to try it out? We definitely won't be back. And if you like videos like this, guys, to the left of us, we'll put our RV tourist playlist, we'll put our RV campground reviews playlist, and for myself and MJ, it's a journey of a lifetime, and we'll see you on the road.